I'm resetting the NHL and will be fantasy drafting 20 players to build my team. For today's challenge, every player I pick must be older than the previous. After all the selections have been made, we will put the lines together and simulate through franchise mode with the hopes of winning a Stanley Cup. There's just simply no way we get an all-star team, right? Today we're representing the Dallas Stars. Nice. I sort of have the feeling this draft is going to be stinky, but I don't know, maybe we'll be able to make it work. Jabroni, you have permanently lost. I shouldn't say permanently, because who knows, maybe we'll give him another shot. But right now, you're done. This is not up for debate. There's no discussion here, brother. We are going to obtain draft pick number... The first number that came to me was 23 for some reason, but I didn't want to say that. And then I went to 13 and 11. Just showing you my work. But I'm going to go with 23 just because that is the first one that I landed on. So let's see just how wrong I am here today. Kinda close. That's actually super not ideal considering we need to find a player who's like 18 or 19. And you guys already know the rules. If I run out of players to pick by the end, then we gotta do a forfeit or a consequence, whatever you want to call it. Lucas Raymond at 22 would be sick, but I don't think that's in the cards right now anyway. Oh, we're big chilling. We have Celebrini right here who's 18, and then we've got Michkov at 19, which our picks are not that far apart. He might still be there. I know I kind of got roasted and toasted for not sorting by salary in the salary increase-decrease draft. I'm trying to find the best player at that value. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think sorting by salary is really doing me any favors. Matvey is still here. All right, you know what? We're kind of on one. It should go without saying, but obviously I'm just going based off of age in this game. If their birthdays are like whatever, you know, and it's like, oh, actually, they're the same age right now. Don't care. Didn't ask. We've got Gooley here, who's 22. Our pick should be close again. I did see some defensemen. Maybe we... Ooh, goaltending is also something I need to consider. I'm going to go with Owen Power. 8 million. Wow. I did not know he already kicked into a contract like that. But either way, 21, 86 overall. Yeah. See, my feeling is that if I wanted to get to all the players that are 22, I'd have to scroll just as long as I am right now. 86 overall Cooley. 22 years of age. He has an ability. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Can't believe we're about to win another Stanley Cup. That's crazy. Let's test the theory here. Ooh, Giordano at 40 could actually be clutch, and I don't think anyone is going to be touching that individual this entire draft. So we will at least have him to fall back on. Worst case, Ontario. You see what I mean? This is taking forever and a day. Is perfect any good? Bowen Byram, 23 years of age, exactly what we need, and we need a defenseman nonetheless. So, welcome to the team, sir. I want to try to get a good goalie, and I think Dostal at 85 overall is that guy, and he's 24, so literally fits the bill perfectly. I say we send it. I don't know why, can't put my finger on it, but I feel like this team's gonna cook. Casey Middlestat, 85 overall, 25 years of age. Do I need to say it again? DeBrusk will be nice, but I want to try to find someone who's 26 first and just live on a prayer Bon Jovi style that he's still there. Excellent. Ryan Lindgren, he's 84 overall. He's a defenseman, which we actually need right now. And there was a few players that were 27, so we have some options. I am once again really struggling to speak, which should be a surprise to nobody. Pavel Zacha, he's 86 faceoffs. Wow, he's got the ability and everything. Every single player is just falling right into place right now. This is unreal. I'm going to keep it real with you. Defensively, I'm not even really looking at handedness because we don't really have room to be picky. We got to start eating up some cap here. So I was going to go with Radish, but Zub is making significantly more, and they're basically the same player. So let's do that. There's our guy. He's right there, right in front of us. Trevor Moore, 29 years of age. 4.2 milli. Another playmaker, not huge on that. Do we even have a sniper on this team? What can you do? Oh, Turbo. Another left winger. I see Nason there too. He's going to be a potential next pick. But I do want to find someone he has an ability. I don't know why it took so long to register that. Another playmaker, though. Oh, he's a sniper, right? He doesn't score at all in any simulation, but he is a sniper. He's 30, 84 overall. Frankie Tomatoes, fire me vertical. See, I want to try to get role players so that we could get third-line chemistry, stuff like that. But at the same time, how do I say no to Nason? He's sitting right here, 84 overall. 31 years of age, a grinder. He might even be a third line forward. Who knows? All I'm saying is there's only one way to find out. Peter Mrazek can be our backup, so either way, we're going to have a solid goaltender, 85 or 84. That seems like a pretty good setup to me anyway. So you're telling me you need a player whose age is 33 and he could fit in to any of these positions, really. I've got a man for the job. McNabb will do the job. Should I just finish up defense right now with Tyler Myers? He's a unit. I don't know if he really you know what? I think we actually can afford to be picky for handedness. Well, unfortunately, it's a little bit late for that because we have 4 left-handed defensemen and Zub is our only right-handed guy. So actually, Tyler Myers is perfect. But you know what? Another defensive defenseman. I'm not sure about that one. No, I don't think I am going to do it. This guy, though. Oh, he's a defensive defenseman, too. That did absolutely nothing for me. There we go. TJ Brody. He's left-handed. Come on, man. Give me a break. You know what? Whatever. I'll write it. We'll do it live. Tyler Myers, welcome to the team. Would have been pretty nice to get Brent Burns, actually. Kinda screwed up there. Cannot lie to you. Could have just waited. But what if he was gone? Then we got, like, ultimately screwed. Paging all 35-year-old forwards. Actually, I guess I should probably... Do I even need to sort? This guy's right here. And he's good in the dot, isn't he? 88. Not too shabby. All right, Backlund. I'll give you a go. Ryan Reeves for the 4th line. Who says no? The Toronto Maple Leafs said no. But personally, I'm not going to do it. Now is a good time to sort by age. And we have 2 players here that we can pick, and that's it. So we got to hope they don't go. Otherwise, we're going to have a defenseman on forward. Blake Wheeler, Corey Perry. Got to pick them back to back. Please. He's still here, right? He's still here. He's got to be. Corey Perry. Scory Perry, as a matter of fact. And with that, we're done. Here's an overview of our team. We don't have anyone that's like 97 overall, you know? But we have players. I don't know. Let's go build it. Try to get some chemistry. Peter Dvorsky, you want to have a little chitty chat? We can do that. But guess what? Ya boy is hands off. All I know is that if we go down by 2 goals early in the conference finals, you better not pull our starting goalie. Chemistry isn't terrible. Rempe, I don't believe you're supposed to be here. I don't know where you came from, but you are getting sent to the Shadow Realm in exchange for Ryan Reeves. And they also scratched Myers. Okay, you know what? Hold on. Who is not supposed to be here? Wait. Oh, they did draft Brent Burns. Okay, unfortunately... Now, hold on. Technically, he could have been my next pick. I'm just saying. So maybe we could still use him and not use somebody else. Just pretend like we skipped. I'm just trying to like weigh the pros and cons in my head. Like if you guys are going to be fuming or not. But I feel like Brent Burns should be on the team. On a technicality, the age did increase. I'm going to do it. So we got Revo playing center here. I'm sure that will go well. I feel like maybe, yeah, Blake Wheeler at least has the secondary position as center. 70 faceoffs is awful. He's also got 70. What about Scory Perry? 65. Phenomenal. Thankfully, Backlund and Nason are third liners. Zaka obviously doesn't want to be there, but... he's stuck. Sorry, dude. Defensively, we have Byram and Power. Then we got Burns with McNabb, Lindgren, and Zub. It actually looks decent, you know. Dostal and Mrazek going to be our goaltending tandem. Let's go have some conversations and see if we can get the chemistry to be even better. Once again, rocking the sticky note method so I could write down all the players who tell me to kick rocks. Matvey Michkov. Right off the bat, we get a huge rejection. Buddy, you just made the list. Essentially, what I'm gathering from this is that these players do not respect me at all. Thank you, Nason. I just realized we got Backlund because he had a good face-off rating and he's not even playing center. Sometimes it do just be like that. That was rather unsuccessful, but don't worry. We'll work on it throughout the season. No. Celebrini gets the most points. He's going to go off. He's getting 91. 43 wins for the team. Yeah, here we go. It is time for your Dallas Cowboys, Stars, to go on a rip. I don't hate what I see so far. 5-3-1, especially considering we got all these players that weren't buying in. That seems acceptable. I don't really know how long you have to simulate in order to talk to these guys again, but I usually do about 2 months, and that seems to be a spot where they're willing to have the scheme fit chat again. I don't mean to alarm you, but we are 18-5-2 and first in our division at the moment. I told you I had a good feeling. I'm not sure when this became a habit, but I just stand here with my arms crossed watching the simulation go by. Going through a little bit of a rough patch here. We are now 4th in the division. Sticky note can be tossed. We have everybody buying in now. We've got a +5 on the first line, +3, and then we have a 1 and a 2. That's excellent. Defensively, we got a couple of 3s. This last pair is 0, but that's fine. And with that, we can now finish up the season. So let's get this simulation going. What, you think I'm going to go into the trade deadline so I can find a bunch of clause-protected players? Actually, to be fair, Dallas is probably an ideal destination for a lot of guys. Our record's pretty solid, but we're still only 3rd in the division. So we got some work to do. The Avalanche are cooking. And did we just beat them? You bet we did. Guys, if you're going to lose, lose in overtime. Get 1 point out of it. I know it doesn't seem like much, but it adds up, let me tell you. There you go. Shootout loss to the Preds. We have the Pity Pens coming up next. Can we take a dub? No. Minnesota. You're going to lose 1-0. You're going to lose 1-0. Can we score some goals? Back-to-back shutouts? And then we get one of our own, so that makes up for it. Oh, I love that. We finished the season on a 4-game winning streak, and our first round victim is the Winnipeg Jets. Strangely, we ended up winning the division with 98 points. That is definitely not a President's Trophy winning season. Actually, we're 4th in the league, so we're right there, but New Jersey is going to win 107 points. Good for you. Smashville getting absolutely finessed. They did not make it at 13th, but the 19th place Buffalo Sabres sure did. That's crazy. We did not have a lot of offense. We just shut them down defensively, apparently. Michkov, 67 points. Celebrini, 59. Did he even go up in overall? Nope. Vetrana with 55 and 25 goals. Good stuff. Middle stack, good job. Brent Burns, baby. Even Byram and Power did really well. 47 and 43. Let's go, guys. Goaltending was fine. In fact, I would go on to say goaltending was great. 913 and 916. These guys cooked. Anthony Stolarz had a 902 save percentage, but he had the most wins. Logan Thompson and Jakey O both had 919s. That is wild. Your defensive leader is Quinnathan Hughes, 94 points, 13 tucks. That's it? Come on, dude. You gotta bury more than that. What a season for this guy. Leon Draisaitl, who also, this is gonna be super outdated by the time this actually comes out, but last night scored a goal like 60 seconds into the game and then scored in overtime for a 1-0 Edmonton series lead in the Stanley Cup final. In this simulation, he had 71 tucks, 124. How you doing? No wonder these guys won the President's Trophy. Look at this lineup. Ovechkin, Nate Dio, Double G, and Marchenko. They got Marchessault, Cooley, and Kreider as their second line. This third line is outrageous. This guy is just getting carried by the boys. Oh, never mind. I read that so wrong. I thought he was 60 overall. Sorry. I don't wear my glasses when I record. Oh, they're all offense. They are all offense. Defensively, they've got Pulock and Durzi. That's it. And this guy. So that further confirms that they are just outscoring their problems. Now for our opponent. They brought back Kyle Connor. Can't say I blame him. Very solid. Zibanejad and Raymond. Good first line. Their second line was really good. Kiviranta, sure, really good on the left side for defense. Right? Not as much, but it's also not bad. Oh yeah. Just got word from the research department. We're in one. First 3 games, everybody knows the rules. Let's see how we can do against the Jets. Ooh, that's not a good start, but we bounce back with a 4-1 win. Love to see that. Next game is going to be a W, 4-2. Can we go up 3-1? That would be prime. Or will they make a best of 3? 8-2, you know. On Sorokin, he must have got pulled. We're in his head. Rent-free, baby. Round 2, here we come. Doesn't quite have the stakes that it had in real life because of the whole Rantanen situation. But either way, Dallas, Colorado, let's go see what they're made of. Brother, this team is deep for forwards. They got Nuge, Suzuki, and Hattie Kane. Eberle, Bennett, and Hagel, phenomenal second line. Easily the best third line in the league. They got Batherson, O'Reilly, and Lawton. And their fourth line, also lethal. You've got to be kidding me. Yeah, we're done. We are done. This team is superior. Actually, you know what? That probably gives us an advantage. Who let them draft this team? How did they also get Markstrom? Well, you know the rules. First 3 games against the Colorado Avalanche, we start off with an L. We bounce back with a win, but we take another loss. Can we make it a best of 3? Or is Colorado going to be... Yeah. They're in the driver's seat. But we're not done yet. Now we're done. The Stanley Cup final is between the Vancouver Canucks and the Detroit Red Wings. That is 2 more teams we gotta look at. Up first, the Detroit Red Wings, they got Jake and Bake with Draisaitl and Schmaltz, the 71-goal man, Lindholm, Tolvanen, and Tanev. Yeah, they got their first line, and I'd say that's pretty much it. Defensively, they're quite nasty. They've got Jacob, they've got Parayko, they've got Carlo and Orlov, and even these 2 together, third pair, 83 overall. Can't go wrong. Dusty Wolf in the net, backed up by Johnny Quick. Solid team. The Vancouver Canucks. Wow, we're going to have a head-to-head Draisaitl against McDavid. This is actually huge. Caulfield and Protas. Love that first line. They're kind of a similar build, actually. All right, man. What's going on? Their defense are interesting, is the nicest way to put it. And the neck-tattooed man himself... Cody Rhodes. I mean, Askarov. I'm going to spam the X button on this controller until we are awarded a Stanley Cup champion. The Vancouver Canucks go up 1-0, but Detroit says no thank you. They tie it up, and they will even go as far as to take a 2-1 series lead. But now the no thank you is reversed. Wow. Okay. The Vancouver Canucks 1 game away. They can't close it out. We have a Game 7. Leon Draisaitl against Connor McDavid. Who is going to be awarded the Stanley Cup? It is Leon and the Detroit Red Wings. My voice almost cracked immensely there. Let's go, Will.i.am. This guy had 13 points in 10 games. Michkov had 12. Celebrini with 8. Don't know where he went. Owen Power with 7. We take that all day long. Middlestat, Byram, Burns, and Zacha all had 6. They did their job. Goaltending wasn't even a problem. Nearly a 920 for Dostal. Mrazek... I guess he came in for relief at some point and only got 4 shots against. That's just simply not true. It can't be. 935 save percentage for Dustin Wolf. 209 GAA. 16 dubs. That's how many it takes to win a cup, by the way. Askarov had a 923. Markstrom 922. Goalies. We're going insane. Quinn Hughes leads again, this time in the playoffs. He had 18 points. Next closest was...
I speak broken English.
Before I rudely interrupted myself, Quinn Hughes, 17 games played and had 6 more points than the next defenseman. Super impressive. Just give this guy every trophy, honestly. 17 goals in 24 playoff games, 32 points. He's getting the Conn Smythe. He's getting the Art Ross. He's getting the Rocket... This might be the most trophies by one player we've ever seen. Draisaitl gets the Art Hart. Quinn Hughes with the Norris, Kaprizov, Lady Bing. Matvey with the Calder. Let's go. Draisaitl, Conn Smythe. Shesterkin with the Vezina and the Jennings. Ekholm awarded the Masterton. Lindy Ruff gets the Jack Adams. Sidney the Kidney. The Selke, as you do. Draisaitl wins the Ted Lindsay. And, of course, Kings of Leon, Rocket Richard, W. Here is your playoff tree. Honestly, we put up a valiant effort. I'm not upset with that at all. We had a good season. We won the division. Finished 4th in the league. But... we just ran into a team in the playoffs that was superior. Be on the lookout for the inverse of this draft, which... I don't think will go as well. But again, you never know. Also, you should maybe subscribe. I'm just throwing the idea out. Hey, just an idea. All right, I'm out of here.